People think being quiet means being weak. They're dead wrong. The quietest person in the room is often the most dangerous, and today I'll show you why. Today I'm revealing the 3-step method that transforms your introvert mind from overthinking to overpowering. This isn't about coming out of your shell, it's about leveraging what you already have. Let's get into it. Step 1. Strategic silence. Most people are terrified of silence. They rush to fill empty space with words, often revealing more than they intended. Next time you're in a negotiation, job interview, or difficult conversation, try this. When asked a challenging question, don't rush to answer. Instead, pause deliberately for 3 to 5 seconds. Watch what happens. The other person becomes uncomfortable. They start doubting their question. They wonder what you're thinking. And in that moment, the power dynamic shifts. Step 2. Predictive pattern recognition. Your introvert mind naturally observes patterns that others miss. Most people react to situations as they happen. But true power comes from anticipating moves before they're made. Here's how to sharpen this skill. In your next 3 conversations, try predicting what the other person will say next. Don't interrupt them, just mentally note your prediction and check its accuracy. With practice, you'll discover that human behavior follows surprisingly predictable patterns. Once you can anticipate reactions, you can guide conversations without obvious control. Step 3. Emotional intelligence amplification. Contrary to popular belief, introverts often have superior emotional intelligence. Because you speak less, you observe more. Facial microexpressions, tone shifts, body language cues that reveal true intentions. The key is converting this passive observation into active insight. After important interactions, take 3 minutes to write down what you noticed about the other person's emotional state that went unspoken. Over time, you'll build detailed mental profiles of how different people operate, their triggers, fears, motivations, and thinking patterns. This isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding human nature at a deeper level than most ever achieve. If you implement these techniques, here's what happens. Within the first week, you'll notice people becoming slightly uncomfortable around you, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because they can't easily predict or control you. By week 2, this discomfort transforms into respect. People start listening more carefully when you speak, sensing their substance behind your words. After a month, you'll find yourself being consulted on important decisions, even if you're not the highest-ranking person in the room. Your measured responses signal wisdom in a world of reactionary thinking. And within 3 months, you'll experience what I call inverse charisma, the ability to command attention not through force of personality, but through strategic presence. People will remember your words long after forgetting what others said. The most fascinating part of this transformation is what I call the silent power paradox. The less you reveal, the more influence you gain. When you speak less but with precision, people attribute greater meaning to your words. They project their own hopes, fears, and interpretations onto your measured responses. This creates a perception of depth that extends beyond what you actually say. It's not about being mysterious for its own sake. It's about understanding that in a world of information overload, thoughtful restraint stands out more than constant expression. However, I need to emphasize a critical warning. This approach only works when built on genuine integrity. If you use these techniques to manipulate or exploit others, 2 things will happen. First, people will eventually sense the disconnect between your words and intentions. The trust you've built will collapse, leaving you in a worse position than before. Second, and more importantly, you'll forfeit the real power of the introvert mind, the ability to see situations clearly and respond with authentic wisdom. If you've made it this far, you're clearly someone who thinks differently. You understand that true power doesn't come from changing who you are. It comes from maximizing what you already have. Start with just 1 technique this week. Apply strategic silence in your next important conversation. Notice how it feels, how others respond, and what changes. The world needs more people who think before they speak, who observe before they act, who understand before they judge. That's always been the introvert's natural territory. Now it's time to claim it unapologetically. If you found this valuable, hit subscribe. The next video reveals how introverts can command any room without saying a word.